In the midst of joy, in the midst of those most beautiful moments where you're literally enjoying yourself, that's when the most distractions will begin to occur. That's the moments when people, places, and things may try to show up and try to diminish or distract you from being in your joy and from continuing to fully embody the peace that you represent. Earlier this flow, I was on the way to the library and I came across a person who mistreated me in January, right? And I haven't spoken directly to him since the situation happened, but I'm sure his defense will be in some form of, I didn't know the things that he stole from me. He didn't know that they were mine, or he didn't know that they belonged to me specifically. And so he saw me on the way to the library. I stopped and looked at a sign and I saw him out the corner of my eye at an establishment that I was looking at the sign for. And then I kept walking and went on to the library. And then I got to the library and I was talking to another lady who was coming in, but I don't know if it was her granddaughter. And I was like, I started laughing because I was like, that's a lady on a mission. Because the way the little girl was walking, right? She was walking with authority and purpose. You hear me? And I was like, that's a lady on a mission right there. And, you know, the mom or the grandmama, whatever, she just started laughing. She was like all day, every day, you know. So we just kind of had a little trouble. And so as I'm walking to the back of the library, he's sitting down. And as I'm smiling and still laughing from that interaction, we locked eyes for like 2 seconds. And I continued to smile and laugh. And I didn't engage with him at all. And I continued to walk to the back of the library without saying anything to him. I went to the back and sat down. And I got on my laptop. Maybe 5 or 6 minutes later, he comes and finds me and he speaks to me. I do not engage. I continue to do what I was doing on my laptop, which, funny enough, I was writing a blog post about the situation, 2 on the clock, about what happened. And then he tried to speak to me a few times. And then he tried to play his sympathy card. Well, hi. It's good to see you anyway. And then he walks off. And then, oh my goodness, do you see this right here? anyway, he walks off, you know, and what's interesting is what's coming to me right now is when I remember around the time that I first met him and him telling me all these different stories about how, you know, he thinks women doesn't like him, or he thinks that, you know, women had just mistreated him. And I remember even then, before I knew him, I was like, is it really that women don't like you, or is it that you're doing something that you may not be aware of that women don't like and you're taking it a completely different way, right? I digress. And so, but anyway, he spoke, I didn't speak back. And then he said, well, it's good to see you anyway, and blah, 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 whatever. He walks off. And I'm sharing that message because in the midst of joy, when you're enjoying life, when you're just minding all of your own little business, there's going to be people, places, and things that are going to come and test you, that are going to try to come throw you off your cue. One thing about me, one rule of thumb for me is once I'm done, I'm finished. I don't double back. I don't do the double dipping shit. Right. And once you intentionally disrespect me, you can't come back from it. Once you take something that belongs to me, once you do something to me that was blatantly 411 on the clock, that was blatantly disrespectful, there's no undoing it. You can apologize. You can take accountability for it. You can do all that. Relationship wise, never can come back from that. Not ever. Not ever. I want to share this message because somebody is going to be in the midst of enjoying their peace, being in the midst of their own joy. And there's something going to come at 4 o'clock. There's something that's going to try to come through and distract you. Something's going to try to come through and diminish your joy or throw you off your cue. And I'm here to remind you, I'm here to encourage you, baby. Keep smiling. Keep that motherfucking smile on your face. Keep loving. I love how the sun came back out when I said that. Keep smiling. Keep being at peace. Keep being in the midst of all of the joy that you can muster. Continue to revel in the love that you fully deserve to have and give and receive. And continue to do whatever it is that you know you need to do in order to continue to have that peace and that love and that joy and that freedom in and of and through your life. This is little pieces of me. Real time, real life stories, whether past, present, or future, of things that I've experienced and encountered. Little pieces of me. This is a sanctuary of truth. This is a sanctuary of safety. This thing is sitting on the top of my laptop. The thing that I just showed y'all is sitting. I sure cannot make this up. I don't even know what that thing is called. Whatever it's called, leave in the comment section. But this is little pieces of me, a sanctuary of safety for Alethia's truth to peace purposefully in power. Welcome to the land of paradise, where I don't know why I keep wanting to say where, but welcome to the land of paradise, empowered by freedom, peace, and love. Until next time. Deuces.